From the beginning of civilization, man has been inspired to build wondrous cities. These great cities become symbols of their age and a testament to the cultural landscape of their time. Each tells its own story. Each anchors its own mythology. The globe is studded with examples of man's successful attempts to convey his spirit through the built environment. The ultimate iconic city was one built to last 1,000 years. It was the center of an empire that ruled 100 million people, the majority of the known world. The city was the very embodiment of might. The city was Rome. Beyond, the jewels of Asia Minor blossomed on the shores of the Mediterranean. Constantinople, the shimmering gateway to the east, and ancient Jerusalem, a city sacred to both the Jewish and Islamic cultures. This artistic and religious melting pot was destroyed twice, taken and retaken 5 times, a testament to the enduring faith and spirit of its people. Further east lay the seat of King Nebuchadnezzar and the site of his magnificent hanging gardens. To this day, Babylon is the ultimate symbol of the wondrous city. Cities arise for different reasons. Built on and surrounded by water, Venice grew to become the most powerful city in Western Europe. Trade with the Arab world financed not only an emergent empire, but also the golden age of art and architecture that remains unsurpassed to this day. Then came the modern city, carved by the forces of the Industrial Revolution and shaped by the invention of electricity and the strength of steel. Old cities like Paris and London grew tenfold to accommodate the hunger of the industrial age. Huge numbers of people flocked to these centers to work and seek their fortunes. It is here that the idea of the city of the future was born and captured the popular imagination. The city of the future, with its glass and steel towers, teeming populations, and post-industrial sense of perpetual motion. The next city of the future is Las Vegas, the fastest growing metropolitan center on the planet. It is where we begin this story. Here, a new city within a city is being built to supply a growing demand for an elevated level of style, sophistication, and substance. It will be the destination for the discerning visitor. It is being built to up the ante of the urban experience and to bring another class of visitor to the most visited city on the planet. This is Vision City. It is the city of the future, and the future is now.
Everything is about making something habitable and enjoyable. I think the key to the bringing alive something like this is to think very hard and strong about what it is that makes large congregations of people and buildings work in the first place. The juxtaposition of the grand with the intimate, I think really triggers very important emotional reactions in people. And I think what an exercise like this is all about taking someone's emotions on a journey. I think one of the opportunities here is to really use architecture for effect, not to use decoration to pretend it's architecture. And if you look at all of the greatest architectural feats anywhere in the world, I mean, it is all about scale, use of parkland, use of water, these things that trigger in people very, very powerful emotional experiences. Where do you sit in the morning to have that beautiful cup of coffee when the sun is rising? Where are you at midnight for a very romantic interlude? What we envision is a hotel and casino and retail that has sort of the glamour of Monte Carlo or the best of the European grand chateaus and casinos, but has a sophistication, it has a James Bondian chic to it. You should be able to walk right through the front door and immediately tell the uniqueness of one place from another in its people, in its atmosphere. How you build that is a very, very collaborative effort.
I'm Giuseppe Cipriani, and I'm the third generation in the service business. My grandfather opened the first restaurant in Venice called Harris Bar in 1931, so it's 76 years ago. We're going to bring back the sexiness of gambling, the sexiness of a beautiful table, the sexiness of a beautiful woman, the sexiness of a beautiful environment. Convention. It should be like a beautiful restaurant where people are going to have a good time, and they want to spend the day there. They're going to be served like nowhere else. They're going to have great food. You know, it's all about the experience.
We're looking at creating something, a museum, an art institution at a very high level, something that can compete with and be recognized on the same level as the Tate Gallery in London, the Modern in New York, San Francisco Museum of Modern Art. These are centers, if you like, of excellence as far as the art world is concerned, and people come from all over the world to see them. Since the Tate opened in London, they've had over 26 million visitors. It's over 5 million visitors a year. We have Haunch of Venison, which is one of the world's leading contemporary art galleries. We represent some of the world's most recognized and exciting artists. The important thing to recognize here, and what we're looking at, is the sheer attention that this gives you, what it brings in terms of focus. And society right now, remember, doesn't place really any greater value on anything else than our cultural heritage. And what you're talking about here is cultural heritage. You're talking about creating a center of culture and changing the whole concept of the way that this current city is seen. What you want is a world-class position, something which is going to have the man sitting in Germany or the man sitting in New York or the man sitting in Singapore want to fly to see that work or to see those collections of work. I believe that if you look at any example where this has been done properly, you can absolutely draw a linear line with that and the success of everything around it. So this particular project, I think, if you are prepared to commit to actually creating something of a world-class standing, will act as a generator for enormous value for the rest of the project.
The way people interact with brands has completely changed over the last 10, 15 years. The one thing that's happening today is that consumers are in control of where, how, and when they digest brand messages.
They get hammered.
It's not about talking at people. It's about being part of their lives in a way that they enjoy, they welcome in, that changes their experiences. The lines between architecture, design, communication, media are breaking down. Vision City, in my mind, is a paradigm shift. The windows have been kind of opened up to input from 360 degrees, to converge product, retail, buying, entertainment, art, music, and surprise and delight people in a way that they can't experience at their local mall. But the end result will be a high-end, exclusive brand experience in a physical structure in the center of the fastest growing destination in the world.